Good afternoon, I'm Georgia Lupton with 2NURFM Hunter News. Newcastle MP Sharon Clayton is urging the federal government to establish a specialised domestic violence unit in the Hunter. The government will spend $15 million creating units across the country to coordinate legal, social work and cultural liaison services for women in a single location. It comes as part of the $100 million Women's Safety Package announced by Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Sharon Clayton says the prevalence of domestic violence in the Hunter means it should be home to one of the units.
In my region of Newcastle and the Hunter region, the crime statistics show the instances of domestic violence have gone up by 20% over the last 3 years. That is completely unacceptable, and we know we have a significantly under-resourced and overstretched legal system and community-based services.
The United Services Union says the Hunter will be hit by further job cuts at Ausgrid. A leaked internal document shows Ausgrid is planning to slash jobs, phase out apprenticeships and outsource call centre operations in the lead up to the privatisation of the company. 1,100 job losses at Ausgrid have already been announced this month. The union's Scott McNamara says the Hunter will be hit hard by the cuts.
Right now the cuts of the Hunter are quite large, but compounding with this leaked document, I can only imagine that there's going to be over 500 jobs go from the Hunter moving forward. Already we've seen several hundred jobs go from the Hunter. If this document comes to fruition, you would see hundreds more in the future.
The Defence Department is taking measures to reduce the community's exposure to possible water contamination as a result of a toxic leak at the Williamtown RAF base. Residents who use water from bores as drinking water will be provided with free bottled water if the levels of contamination in their groundwater exceed the criteria for drinking water. Defence is continuing its investigation into the leak in an attempt to fully understand the extent of the contamination. A new report released by Lock the Gate Alliance has suggested the New South Wales government's gas regulation is falling short of community expectations. Despite the buyback of exploration licences, the Alliance suggests the government needs to conduct greater regulation of coal seam gas operations. The Alliance have also expressed further concerns with approved dangerous gas flaring near homes in Gloucester and a risky wastewater irrigation project near Narrabri. New South Wales Coordinator of Lock the Gate Alliance, Georgina Woods, says the health risks are not to be ignored.
We know from other jurisdictions that there are quite serious health consequences of living near gas fields, but 1 year on, we still don't have that basic research done about the health impacts of coal seam gas.
Hunter train stations have been the focus of a police operation attempting to improve community safety on public transport. Operation Disrupt is aimed to target fare evasion and antisocial behaviour at transport hubs between Sydney and Newcastle, with 100 people being searched and 200 infringements being issued. Similar operations are expected to take place in the coming months as a concerted effort is made to improve community safety.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor Warners Bay Sports Club.
The Newcastle Knights are the New South Wales Cup champions after defeating Wyong 2010 in yesterday's grand final. In a fiery clash, Newcastle were able to take advantage in the first half and hold on to the lead with a tough defensive performance. Fullback Jake Mamo told Fox Sports the Red and Blue deserved the win on the day despite doing it tough in the regular season.
Went through a bit of a tough patch there towards the end of the season, but we had a fair few guys up in the first grade side, and we always knew if we put a full game together, we're like the best team in the comp, and we showed that tonight.
In yesterday's other grand final, Lakes United took out the real NRL Premiership with a 24-18 win over Macquarie. In 2013's Lake didn't win a game, and yesterday's 2015 Premiership win is the final stage of the club's redemption. Macquarie, however, will need to look towards 2016 to find their first premiership since 1991. And Newcastle has won the Interregional State League Netball Grand Final 45-37 over Orange yesterday in Homebush. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
2NURFM news time is 12:10.